Most voice actor websites are impossible to find because they're built for a version of Google that no longer exists. SEO used to be simple. You write a blog page every now and again, and boom, you could land on page one. But that was before Google got smart. That was before generative AI started answering questions for users without ever sending them to your website. Before search stopped being about links and started being about summaries. And that's changed the game. Now the question isn't, how do I rank? The real question is, does SEO even matter anymore? If you're a voice actor trying to be visible to real clients who actually hire us, this isn't just theoretical debate. This is now the difference between getting found and not getting found, between being seen and being invisible. So today we're going to break down search, what's happening in search, what it means for voice actors, whether SEO is even worth your time anymore, or if it belongs in the digital graveyard. Most importantly, though, we're going to show you how to stay ahead of the curve no matter how fast that algorithm moves. First of all, let's make no mistake. The landscape has already shifted. Here's what killed lazy SEO, search engine optimization. Google rolled out what they called AI overviews, aka SGE, Search Generative Experience, and it is turning the search game completely on its head. So instead of getting a search engine results page, a SERP page back of a list of links that the user has to go through, now Google is serving up summaries of the information built by generative AI. And the result is your users, the people that are looking for you, now they don't even need to read your blog because AI has done it for them. Which means now, today, in 2025 and beyond, if your strategy is get on page one, you're toast. Now, the shift doesn't mean that SEO is dead. It just means that the bar got raised. Your content has to be now more than findable. It has to be quotable. Now, most voice actors ignore SEO completely, and that's a mistake that I made for a very long time. And it was my good close friend Craig Williams who convinced me otherwise, and I began to work on my SEO. Why? Because your website is your online storefront. It's how you greet the world. But as I mentioned, here's the kicker. Most of your competitors are not search engine optimizing at all. That leaves a wide open lane for voice actors who, and you're not going to like this part, do the work. Voiceover SEO is about attracting prospects and clients, casting directors, producers, e-learning instructors, if that's your jam, before they post the casting call. It's still about showing up when somebody Googles voice actor for commercials, e-learning explainer voice actor, and so on. And it's about building a long-term, evergreen visibility that works even when you are asleep. So no, SEO is not dead. It's just not as basic as it was anymore. So what do you do? How do you adapt? I'm going to give you 5 voiceover SEO strategies that work in 2025 and beyond. You don't need to nerd out on SEO, but you do need a strategy that's smarter than whatever Google is feeding into the AI blender. And here's exactly how to do that. Number 1, build un-AIable, I'm making it a word, content. If AI can summarize your blog post in 2 sentences, it will, and all your traffic goes poof. So the solution then becomes write content that can't as easily be summarized. So what does that look like? It looks like real client stories, your own first-person perspective on the VO business, a behind-the-scenes or a BTS breakdown of a session and what really happened, and tactical advice that voice buyers that would hire us actually use. If your content brings people unique value and comes from your personal experience, it then becomes source material for generative AI, not just run-of-the-mill copy fodder. Instead of writing top 5 voiceover tips, try something called How I Worked with Company X to simplify their training with professional voiceover, and by the way, save them 30% in production time. Number 2, own your voiceover niche or niches or nephews. Generalized content gets crushed, but specific niche authority wins big time. If you want to rank for voice actor for medical narration or AI-proof e-learning voice, create a genre-specific landing page to showcase your talents and your approach to your work. in that genre. Build a blog strategy that dives deep into that niche. Every single page on your website should have a purpose. A commercial page that targets short-form brand work. A narration page that you've optimized for corporate explainers. A video game page that shows your character range. Voice actor SEO is about clarity and relevance and specificity. Don't try to be everything to everyone. Show up where your best fit clients are searching. Third, use SEO to feed the AI, or else you'll be SOL. Yeah, AI might not link directly to your site, but it still reads all your content, and Google still crawls everything you publish. That means you need to structure your content not only for the human reader, but also for AI. Here's how you do that. First, organize your pages with a clear structure. Use your H1, H2, and H3 headers if you're that technical. Answer specific questions with specific answers. Specific questions like, how much does a voice actor cost? Add an FAQ section to your site with a simple question and answer format, and if you're more technical, use a formal FAQ schema. And finally, keep your paragraphs short and digestible. Think of every blog post that you do as a source. You're trying to feed information to Google and its AI assistant, something quotable, something unique, something specific and authentic to you. Number 4, leverage your first-person authority. AI can't replace you, and you is your secret weapon. Build content around your unique lived experience. What's it like working with me on a corporate narration project? Why I turned down a $3,000 job? Or maybe my studio setup for fast turnaround live announce work. This is how you build topical authority and build trust. And it's also how you rise above the generic AI summaries. Google wants real experts, guys. Be one of those. Number 5, driving opt-ins, not just traffic. So let's say you hit the jackpot, right? You make it into a generative AI summary, right? And you're at the top of the page. You've got to make that count, and you've got one shot. That means strong hooks, a lead magnet, and a conversion-focused landing page to convert those visitors into prospects and clients. So you've got to optimize your voiceover website, not just for search, but also for conversion. How do you do that? You link your blog posts directly to the appropriate niche page that you built before, the genre focus page. And you provide value. Create something, a takeaway for your prospects that visit your site that provides them value and becomes a resource for the people that hire you. If you want an edge as a voice actor in search and conversion, you got to treat your VO website less like a digital resume and more like a digital funnel. Okay, so all that said, what does voiceover SEO look like in actual practice? All right, let's break it down with some quick examples. Old SEO strategy, blog title, what is voiceover? Meta description, learn about voiceover. Body, 500 words of vague generalities. Outcome, not much traffic, 0 clicks most likely. The modern SEO voice strategy. Blog title, the one I mentioned before, how I worked with company X to simplify their training with voiceover narration and save them 30% in production time. Unique, relevant, specific. Meta description, learn how a pro voice actor turned complex training scripts into engaging narration and saved company X 30% in production time. Body, 2,000 words, with a complete breakdown, screenshots of the scripts, timeline of the project, embedded audio sample, outcome, high engagement, high time on page, potential links, potential AI citations, potential leads, and better quality client leads. See the difference? So, if you actually want to show up for voiceover buyers, here's your checklist. And by the way, you can get all this information and more in our free download. Isn't that a little meta? I'll put the link in the show notes and description below. First, nail your niche. 1 genre per page, focused specific demos, and clear headlines. Second, use keywords, but use them naturally. Think like your VO client. They're Googling female corporate narrator, not versatile VO actor. Write 3x content. If your content isn't honestly 3 times better than what's out there, keep working on it. Optimize for search and conversion. Keywords get them into your site. Clear calls to action get them to hire you. And update your old content. Every 6 to 8 months, refresh your blogs and your pages. Add new insights. Add fresh demos when you have them. Fresh examples or samples when you have those. And yes, blogging still works. But you gotta blog like a pro, not like a diary. So is SEO dead? No, it's just doing what the rest of the internet is doing right now, and that's separating the generic from the specific and relevant. If you're phoning it in, the search engines will ignore you, so will generative AI, and so will, by the way, your clients. But if you step up and you show Google your authority and that you're an expert, and you give Google a reason to quote you, you will win. And the voice actors who will adapt will still get found by real clients. They'll still drive listens and downloads, and they will still build long-term lead engines. You just can't rely on 2020 tactics, folks. The SEO that worked then will not work for you moving forward. If you want modern visibility today, then you've got to modernize your approach and your techniques. And if you want help, I'll mention it again, you can download our free cheat sheet, Post AI SEO for Voice Actors, What Actually Works. Again, the link is in the description and show notes. Download that now, because being invisible is not a marketing strategy. If you learned something today from this video, if you got value from it, give us a like, a share, send it to another voice actor whom you think it might help. The more we share ideas, approaches, techniques, opinions, the better, stronger industry we're going to have for everybody. Thanks for the dialogue. Thanks for the conversation. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you again back here real soon.